Yeah, divide by -1, get rid of that.
I did do it. It's just probably not my best.
How'd you say you did that?
You have to divide by -1.
How'd you say
Yeah.
that?
Two beds.
Hey guys, let's go do the
Do you
warm-up.
shade any of them? Do you know how to shade them? So for y is greater than, you're going to shade it above the line. Okay? But that line, because it's not equal to, it has to be dashed. Ryan, did you graph any of it, man? Oh, yeah. I just said graph.
You watch video yesterday?
You were?
I'm asking.
I don't know.
I don't think
I don't
so.
think so. It only has for the.
Yeah, I only asked for this.
Did you understand how to shade them? Oh, I forgot. Do you understand how to do that? Yeah. And like 21, just straight, man. You don't have and shade greater than, and shade
I did put that one on. Some of the worst little shadings.
It is?
Or not shading.
Right. Not.
So different. We found one.
All right, guys, what's wrong with this warm-up problem? Why can't we graph it? Zach?
It's not solved for a while.
We gotta solve it for y. I don't know what the slope is. I don't know what the y-intercept is yet. Okay, so what's my first step, Zach?
Subtract 3x.
I want to subtract 3x. Okay, is everybody good with that? Guys, everybody good with that first step? Guys, we're not checking homework right now. We're doing this. I'll let you check your homework in a second. Okay? Now, here's the problem. What's in front of that y? Matt? -1, right?
Yep.
We can't have a -1 there. So what do? Now, when we divide by a negative, across inequality, a little light bulb should be going off, right? What do we do with the inequality, Alexis? We switch it. So it's going to go, instead of greater than, it's going to go to less than. Now, the or equal to isn't affected. Okay, what's -3 divided by -1? +3. What's 5 divided by -1? Okay, so there's my equation. That's what I need to graph. Okay? Now, what kind of line is it going to be? Solid or dashed? Go ahead, sir. Solid. What's the only thing that determines if it's a solid or dashed line? The what? The or equal to. Okay, so solid line. Solid line. Now, am I going to shade above or below, Mary? You're exactly right. What is the only thing that tells me which way I'm shading, or above or below? Less than, not less than or equal to, less than or greater than. Less than, so it's going to be shade below.
we switch the sign?
when we divide it by a negative. Right? Huh? Yeah, remember we divide by negative, we flip
Yeah.
it.
Now I remember.
Did you watch the
Liv, how do I start graphing this? Nice job.
And then instead this is 0 up 3 right here.
Okay. Now, what kind of line is this? Make a solid line. Guys, shading is really the whole. Whoops, that's a bad line. I apologize. Shading is so important on this. That's what it's really all about. Now, am I going to go above or below? Below. Again, you don't have to be perfect. That's something like that is fine. Okay. Okay, let's take a look at the homework. What do we have? 3. We started with 3, right? Okay, how did you guys do plugging these in? Were these pretty easy? So, was 3 a solution? No? 5? And 7?
No.
No. Okay, which one do you guys need me to do? 3, 5, or 7? Any of those? 5? Okay. So I'm going to write, okay, both my x and y are -3. So, guys, you have to write this out like this. This should be on your paper somewhere. Come on. Okay? Okay, what's -6 times -3? Positive 18, right? What's 4 times -3? And I hate writing plus a negative. I'm just going to write that. Guys, what's 18 minus 12? What's the only thing that saved us here for this to be a solution? The what? Logan? The or equal to. If that or equal to wasn't there, it would not be a solution. That saved us there. So that's a solution. Ollie, did you find the issue? All right. All right. Well, we had 9 and 11. You have a question, Logan?
Yeah, can you do 7?
Yeah. Yep. Yep. Okay, so opposite negative 8. Come on. Minus 6 times -2 is greater than 12. All right. What's the opposite? Excuse me. What's the opposite of -8? Positive 8. Or you can think of it -1 times -8. Okay. Here's how I do this. We know it's going to be positive, right? A negative times a negative. What's 6 times 2? Divided by 3. Okay. What's 8 plus 4? No, there's no or equal to there, so that's why that's not a solution. You okay? Good. 9 and 11 here. 0,-- is here. Guys, is that in the shaded area? Not a solution. What's 11? 1, 4? 1. 1, 4 is. 1, 4 is, so that is a solution. Guys, listen. The shading, that's what these are all about. Graphing these. What did you guys have to do? 21 and 23?
21 through 23.
Okay. I'm going to do one. Pick one.
22.
22? Is everybody good with that? Okay. Is there a graph there? I can graph that one right there. I'll graph it right here on this one. Okay, what's my y-intercept? 0, -1. What's my slope? Just -1, right? -1, down 1. It just goes this way. And then you can go up 1 left, up 1 left. Okay, solid or dashed? Solids or equal to, right?
Yep.
So that would look like this. Okay, is this above or below? Why? It's greater than. So that's what 22 would look like. Guys, you have to shade these for the love of humanity. Especially tonight. Talk to me. He's coming.
System inequalities.
System. Remember System of the Down? It was like a rock group. You guys ever hear that? I don't know if I know what songs they sing. I just remember the name of the group. All right. How did you guys do on writing equations? How'd you guys do on these? Is there one that you saw the equation, you have no idea how we got it? Logan, you stuck on one?
I got 33.
33 is wrong? Okay. Here's what I would do. I would get my inequality first. You know it's going to be this, right? You know it's going to be y. So that's what I'm writing. I'm going to write my inequality. Is it going to be solid or dashed? Oh. Or equal to going to be involved here? No, because it's a dashed line. Is it less than or greater than? Does everybody see that it's greater than? Right? So guys, just do this. Okay? That's probably one of the hardest things is figure out the inequality. Now, what's my y-intercept? Huh? So I'm going to write this. I'm going to do my y-intercept, and I'm going to put an x there because I know I have to have x. The only thing left to do now is my slope. Okay? So I'm going to pick a point, 2 points. We know it's there, and I go up there. It's right there where it hits exactly. What's that slope, Logan? Up 2, right 1. What's my slope? 2. There she is. There she is. What?
Never mind.
Talk to me.
I was gonna say, is it okay if I put 2 1?
Well, in the equation, do you ever see 2 over 1x?
No.
No. Is it wrong on a quiz or test? No. If it's in the computer, you won't have that option.
I'll be wrong.
The computer might count it wrong if you put 2 over 1x. But no, it's the same thing. But if you write the equation, yeah, I'd probably drop the 1. What do you think? Okay, listen. Did you guys get the... I forgot the notes.
Where are they?
Mr. D-Lat's room. I apologize, guys. I knew I forgot something. While Mr. Westfall's running, let's just talk about what we're going to do there. Guys, we're going to do the exact same thing that we did today, but now it's going to be a systems of inequality. In other words, we're going to have 2 inequalities. Same thing we did. And the only thing that's different is when we graph them, we have to shade in the area that satisfies both lines, right? Above, below. That's the weird part. And I'll show you how to, I like doing arrows, and I'll show you, here's what I'm talking about. Let's say here's my first inequality, and this is where shit. So here's what I would do. I would graph this and put the arrows. I wouldn't shade. Okay, I would just do the arrows like that. Let's say my next line on the same, we're gonna do on the same graph, right? My next inequality was solid, and I'm just obviously making this up. It was right here, and this one was above. Excuse me, like this. All right, again, haven't shaded yet. Now, what we have to do tonight, where is above the purple line and above the blue line? That's the area we're looking at that needs to be shaded. It has to make them true in both, right? Do you guys see it would be right here? Right? That's what we would shade. Okay? I mean, so I've heard some teachers, well, shade this one this way, the other one up and down. Where do they meet? No. I think looks like a train crash. I just like doing the arrows and then where am I going to meet? All right. Thank you, Mr. Westfall. So that's what we're going to do today. Okay. It's nothing new per se. So let's get cracking, McCrackens. I already told you this. So we're going to start in on this puppy. Do you guys want to pass the homework over to Matt? Homework examples, please. Matthew, I could consider you almost a goat expert. Why are people putting little goats in their houses now?
Honestly, that's probably the worst idea I ever heard.
You guys, like on TikTok and stuff, people are actually, it's like, why would you want a little goat? I guess they're cute.
Actually, that might also be smart idea since they're not able to protect themselves since hawks, coyotes at first. But when they're older, they're able to.
A hawk will get a goat?
Listen, they will try. They will try.
What the heck? Should back kicking them.
That's also the reason why I'm paintball guy. Shield.
Easy.
The ghosts?
No, the hawks and coyotes.
Would I tell you, what would I do? I would not have a gun. What would I do? I'd have a bucket ready and that hawk stood down. What would I do? Whole gallon of paint on the hawk.
Make sure the blue smell with the hockey button.
Benjamin Moore or Sherman Williams? What are you doing? Do it best?
Whatever's cheapest.
Do it best.
Do it best.
Just throw the can at it without even.
Well, that's another part of it.
I used to paintball a lot in high school.
Did you? I went one time when I was coaching at Springfield. We went as a football team.
Oh my.
And it's like, I didn't like it, but I could see where it'd be fun.
I got that
Did it
guy.
hurt?
Did you?
Got a sniper barrel.
I didn't get hit, but it does hurt when you get hit.
Not that bad. So
Really?
did you get hit?
No, once you
I
get used to
did.
it,
Depends where you
Ow.
go.
No.
But I know,
Yeah, I like Skyway.
I know from people
Oh,
saying
yeah.
and seeing their welts on their body.
I got shot in the back and had
there you go.
I'm trying to go air
Nice.
science.
As soon as the game over,
Air what?
right in the mouth.
Skydiving.
Pink spot right in the mouth.
No way.
It was
Yeah.
disgusting.
This one, we had two teams. This one kid shows up. We were like divided in the woods. I don't know what we were trying to get, a flag or a can. He just shows up right there. That's like, I just went,
Oh my.
oh, he got
was
hit
that
pretty good.
GPA? Somewhere right there?
Where?
GPA?
I don't, what does that mean?
That's an alliance, right?
Yeah.
I don't know where we went.
Yeah. It's,
You know what? I think we went somewhere down in Canal Fulton. Maybe. Serena, I can't hear you because everybody's talking.
I got shot in the head.
That explains a lot.
Was that a Sabrina? Was that with the bullet paint or a can? A whole can? Was it Mr. Parker hiding in the tree dumping the? It's not you. I'd be dumping buckets on people.
I'd be so mad if
Rector.
Yeah,
oh,
he targets me.
Whoa.
yeah.
Whoa.
Also, by the way,
All right, guys, we got to get going. One more. Go.
Just pass it down to him.
The Hawks took it.
Someone's got an extra in that row. Pass it down.
Darn you, Matt.
Come on. Goats.
He was gonna feed it to his goat. They eat paper.
Honestly, if I would, I would give my homework to the goats if I could.
Goats eat everything.
Yeah, exactly the whole point.
Well, the homework.
All right,
Always on.
guys, here we go. Now listen. Like I said, we have to do everything twice today. That's the only thing different. Okay? Now, you only have 3 graphing problems for homework tonight, so it's not bad. All right, now, on these problems right here, we have to sub in twice, and it's got to be what? It's got to be true in both situations. All right, I'm going to screw that up. I don't know what I was. Okay, so let's plug in. Now, again, this is x, y. So my y is -3, less than or equal to -3 times -1 plus 1. Okay, I'll give you a second. You guys simplify the right side, decide if it's true or false. I'm going to call on Sabrina. We'll laugh. We'll make fun of her a little bit. Then she'll give me an answer. I subbed in -3.
No, I know, but how are you gonna get y again?
We're seeing if it's a true statement. We're not, it's not going to be an equation.
Oh,
We're just seeing if it's a true statement, Wakanda.
oh.
Hey, does JD Weld, will that stick on plastic?
There's a type that makes plastic.
Well, it'll be pretty good. It will be holding water too.
There's one that's
Plastic and water.
grade, yeah. What do you use it for?
My shower head is one of those things that you can pull off. It's plastic, and it's like this, and it's cracked, and it won't hold the thing anymore. I think if I put a little JD Weld in there, it should hold. It's nice. It's not that old.
Or some flex tape. You could saw a boat in half and put it back together with that.
I won't be able to take the thing off.
We can do the marble one.
All right,
It's all the marble.
what do we got? -3. What's -3 times -1, guys?
3.
What's 3 plus 1?
4.
Is -3 less than or equal to 4? Luca? Is this true? It's not? -3 is not less than or equal to 4? It is. So, first one's true. In other words, that point would be in that inequalities area of a solution. Now, we got to make sure it satisfies the second one. So, -3 is less than 2 times -1 plus 2. Joe, what's 2 times -1?
-2.
Plus 2. Joe, is that true? Is 3? Wait a minute, what happened here? Thank you. Is -3 less than 0?
No. Yeah.
Negative is less. 0 is greater than any negative number, so that is true. So, guys, what we're going to say is, yes, this thing's not right. Yes, it is a solution. So, right, yes, it is a solution.
On a graph, like we're not going to graph both of those right now, but like, what would that mean about that point? If you shade both graphs, that point would be what?
In the what, Logan?
In the shaded part.
In the double
In
shaded
the
part,
double shaded part, right?
right? That point would be in the double shaded part. Yep. All right. Let's plug in the first one here. So 5 is less than -2 times -1 minus 1. Bailey, help me out. What's the right side simplified to?
5 is less than 2 minus 1.
Is that true? No. Now, guys, if this was a quiz or a test, I would just look at it again since I got no in the first one. Is there any point of me plugging that point in the second one? No. So it just put no, it's not a solution. It might make this true. Let's see, would it? 5 is greater than, it would be, because that'd be 5 is greater than 2, greater than or equal to 2. This makes it true, but still, it's got to be both.
You guys have to show that work right there. You have to plug it in and show your work, right?
Even on the second one?
No, just what
Oh,
you showed right
okay.
there. 5 is less than 1, but no.
Yeah, if it's no, just put no, not a solution. It's not going to be a solution for both of them. No, I think it's a waste of time. Okay, here's what we're gonna get into the good stuff. Okay, let me just show you this. I've already kind of just watch this on this red line. Okay, I am not going to shade. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to say, okay, that was just less than. So it's going to be down here, right? Okay, on the blue line, that looks like it was going to be what? That's also less than, but it's also equal to, right? So this is down here. So where is below the blue line and below the red line? Do you guys see the light purple here? So on your paper, instead of shading everything one way and this way, just do the arrows so that way you can just shade one spot where it satisfies both lines. Both lines. And on the, look at this one here. This one is what? The dotted blue line is less than. The red line is above. So where is it above the red but below the blue? Do you guys see that little slice of pizza? Vince, you know what I'm talking about? A little slice of pizza. Right there. That's what I would shade. That's the double area. And that's what we're going to do right now. Yes, yes? All right. Want to do the first one? And
Sure.
I said, you want me to do it and you do the other
Yeah.
ones? Is that okay?
I'll allow it.
You'll allow it? Thank you, Judge. Oh my gosh, that first line, your brains are going to go. What's special about that first one on top? What grabs your eye? Logan, what do you see about it?
It doesn't have a slope.
It does have a slope. It doesn't have a what letter?
An X.
Doesn't have an X. Okay, remember it's either going to be what? Horizontal or what? Okay, do you guys remember which it is? If the Y's are the same, it's going to be horizontal. Okay, so what's my slope, Logan?
0.
It'd be 0. So it does have a slope. All right, so guys, just go up to Y, intercept, hello, and let's go to 3. Okay, now, before we finish that, let's do the same thing, guys. Is this going to be solid or dash line? Okay, so solid. Am I going to shade above or below, Corbin? Above or below?
Below.
Nice job. I'm going to write shade. Shade. Man, this thing is driving me drinking
It's like
Dr.
a red
Pepper.
dollar symbol up there.
Huh? Oh, I'm going to write a dollar symbol.
Who was it that had a dollar symbol in their name?
Wasn't it 50 cent?
Was it 50 cent?
Who was it,
Half
guys?
dollar?
I remember Prince had that one symbol.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. All right. So, guys, if it's going through here, so solid line. So on your graph, do a solid line that's horizontal, goes right through 3. Now, here's what I'm talking about. we're going to shade below. So just do this. Don't shade, just draw some arrows. So you know that line, everything below that first line is the area we're concerned with. Yes, yes? All right. What is my slopage? Oh, what kind of line here for the second one? Dashed. Dashed. Okay, am I going to shade above or below? It's greater than, right? Shade above. Okay, what's my slope? What's my y-intercept?
5 or 0.
Go to 0, 5. Guys, forget about the first line right now. We're just dealing with the second one. Forget it's there. Okay, what's my slope? -1. Go down 1, right 1. Down 1, right 1, down 1, right 1, down 1, right 1. Okay, what kind of line? Dash. Above or below? Vance, above or below? Here's above. Nah. You ever seen Major Payne? Oh my gosh. Anybody ever seen Major Payne? It was back in what, 8? It's an old movie. Oh my
It's on
gosh.
Netflix.
It's funny.
It is so fun.
Give me 25.
Doesn't that sound like him? It's hilarious. All right. Anyway.
Made the whole team go bomb.
Yeah. What part of that graph is above the purple line but below the green one? You guys see that little slice on the right there?
Yep.
Okay. That's the only thing that we care about. Now, I think too, I want you guys to be able to see this. There's one other thing you're going to have to be able to do on something like this. Write this here. You're going to have to write 2 solutions and 2 non-solutions. What's that mean, 2 solutions? Guys, give me 2 points that are in that yellow area, coordinate points, right? So give me, what would that be? 5 what? 5, 1. 5, 1, right? Is everybody good with that? Oh. 5, 1, and maybe 6, 1. Okay? Now, non-solution, well, basically the whole graph is wide open except for the yellow part. So give me points that aren't, Mary. Non-solutions. Guys, I always find, because I think this is easy to see, whether it's a solution or not a solution, I always find the origin. Unless it's on a line, I always pick the origin. It's just easy to see, 0, 0. Not too bad, right?
It was Kesha.
That's what I said.
What's Kesha? What's that mean?
Got the dollar symbol underneath.
Kesha? No, what the heck? Is that a singer?
Yeah.
Hey, did you have extra notes?
Yeah, they're in the second file down.
Okay.
Ooh.
Matt, where'd you put the home?
All
Alright, do we all agree we're gonna have to solve the top one for y first? Alright. Are we moving the y's over or the x's over? Alright. So we'll have to subtract 3x from both sides. So I'm gonna write, is that 2y negative or positive once that 3x gets moved over? Yeah. Negative 2y is less than or equal to negative 3x minus 2. Wait a minute, should I have switched that sign when I subtracted 2x? Or sorry, subtracted 3x over? No. When do you switch a side, Makana? We should switch a sign.
I need to divide.
Ah, am I going to switch the sign now if I divide by negative 2, Makana?
Yeah.
So y is greater than or equal to a negative over a negative is a positive 3/2 x plus 1. You good? That one's ready to go. And the bottom one's ready to go. All right, I'm going to graph the red one in red. It has a y-intercept of 1, 0, 1. And the slope is rise 1, 2, 3, run 2. I get the point 2, 4. Solid, dashed. Solid, liquid.
Yes.
Plasma. All right. So we're going to graph that guy. All right. Now, am I going to shade above or below that red line? Yeah, and I'm actually going to shade it right now. Okay, I'm going to take the time to shade it right now. So the other line doesn't confuse me. We switched the sign because we divided by negative. See it? All right, so here we go. Shade above, above, above. Everybody good? Now let's do the bottom. I'll do it in blue. What's the y-intercept of the bottom inequality? 0, 3. And I'm going to go, as a slope of 4, I'm going to go up. Up 4, right 1. This one's going to go off the page. 1, 2, 3, 4, right 1. Solid or dashed? Dashed, very good. Shade above, shade below. Below. Now, here's where you have to train your eyes a little bit. Okay? I'm going to shade this one in blue since that, well, I graphed the points in blue. I'm going to have to shade below that dashed line. Pause what you're doing and look up here for 1 second. Okay? Do you see how this shaded region's in yellow? Because we ran off the graph, I'm going to keep shading up a bit in yellow to finish that one off. Now, that dashed line, I'm going to shade, do we say above or below?
Below.
Below. So below, below, below. Not equal to, below, below, below. And I'm going right through that red line because I'm not paying attention to that. I've trained my eyes to not look at it right now. Ooh, look, it's mathemagical. Look what's happening when I double shade. What's it turning? Green as in go.
Green.
That's kind of cool, right? Because what happens? The double shaded region is the solution area. The solution area. When two lines cross, they have a solution point, right? When two inequalities cross, they have a solution area or region. All right. So we just solved that one by graphing. Give me. We're gonna run out of time, so give me 1 point that is a solution, Braden.
1, 3.
Ooh, that was close. 1, 3. I'd be careful. I'd say 1, 4 just to be safe,
Okay.
in case our graph is off. Do you see how 1, 3 is really close to that? I think you're right, but it's really close. I'd be a little bit safer. All right, give me one that is not a solution. Ethan.
-2, -5.
-2, -5. I would agree. Does this make sense? Listen, some of you need to figure out some of the stuff you missed last night because you guys weren't even graphing the regular inequalities correctly. Some of you didn't even shade. Do you see how tonight would be even more confusing if you didn't pick that up and understand it? All right, so do what you need to do to make sure you're able to do this homework. All right, we'll wrap this up tomorrow. Got a couple more problems to do. But our homework for tonight, 9 through 15 odd, on page 286. Page 286, 9 through 15 odd. Page 286, 9 through 15 odd.